All right, how y'all doing? Welcome to the Reliable Representation. We are back with an exciting and interesting show. They had a chance to get together. Hey, that's a little boost I need though.
Me too, because I'm ready.
Good evening out there, Miss House District 66, Hines County, and neighboring areas. This is 6 o'clock on Thursday evening, and you know what happens? The Reliable Representation Talk Show. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. And guess who I got in the studio with me today? Go ahead and say something to everybody.
Hello, everyone. Hoping you all are well. We are glad to be back inside on this good Thursday.
Yes. A Thursday evening, and I always look forward to 6 o'clock on Thursday evening, so we come out here and just kind of talk to the people about what is going on. And Miss Darlene Wilson out of Utica, Miss Darlene, she be ready. She Miss Darlene, you almost beat Brittany getting here, but thank you, Miss Darlene, for tuning in.
Darlene, I'm here though. I'm here. I'm ready. Came straight from work. I'm ready. I'm fired up. I'm ready today. What we got?
Absolutely. I don't even know how the curveball thrown in when I first got here to the station today. See, I had the little curveball thrown in, but I don't even know. Let's see, y'all. I've got to get my mind right, but it'll catch back up with me.
Okay, well, I can go and get it started for you because I'm ready today.
Let's go.
So you all, we have some interesting topics that we are going to discuss tonight. And first and foremost, I do want to say we want to express our condolences to all families that are experiencing bereavement. I've heard of a lot of families are experiencing bereavement this weekend. So I do want to say to each of us, life is short. Enjoy each and every moment. Cherish those who love you. Those who don't, pray for them and keep on moving with your life because life is precious and you only get one life to live. And once this one is gone, you don't get another one. There's not a do-over. And so I want to just ask everyone to make certain that you are living the life that you are pleased with and not worrying about the opinions of others. A lot of times we consume ourselves with how others feel about us. What you say or think is irrelevant as it comes to or as it relates to me. So I want to definitely kick off the show with that information.
All right, absolutely. Life is a vapor.
It is.
You can be here talking now, and 5 seconds later you can be gone. So that's a very, very good point. So we definitely want to make sure that we are extending our, condolences to families that are going through bereavement. Also, we have families going through illnesses and things of this sort. We want to definitely, send our prayers to them. And hey, Mr. Hobson got those arms. You got some big muscles about there cleaning up the city, don't you?
I'm telling you.
And hey there, Miss Carol Ann White up in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Oh, we got from Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Okay,
all right.
cool.
Look, we national. Now we're gonna be international next. Thank you so much, Miss Carol, for tuning in. We love having all of our viewers, and we're gonna have a very interesting show this evening. And I'm gonna kind of let you lead because my mind's still ain't right. I'm gonna go somewhere, and I don't want to go there. So keep me focused.
All right. Listen, we gonna. You know what? I had been talking about this, y'all, and I was gonna do it. I hadn't done it, but I'm gonna do it tonight. I'm gonna give y'all because I think a lot of people, we have gotten so consumed with life and thinking we're above and other people are beneath and all of this good stuff. So I want to go to church a minute tonight. I don't live a perfect Christian life, but I do know that there is a God. So I'm going to go here tonight. I want you all to listen to this verse, Galatians 6:9. It says, let us not become weary in doing good. Doing good, that means anything positive, anything that is glorifying, edifying God and his people. That's my little insert. For at the proper time, we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. I want to leave you out with that verse tonight, Galatians 6:9. Make certain that you read it, add it to your prayer list or your scriptures that you put on your refrigerator. I want to say that a lot of people are definitely doing some things that are the tricks of the enemy that are trying to take us out of character. And I'm just here to declare tonight that
I just had one that just tried me. I
want to declare tonight that you won't win. The traps that the enemy is setting up. I want to let you know, devil, that you shall not win. What we're doing is really blessing other people. And I have inboxes, text messages coming through. People have been just applauding the work that Fabian and I have been doing. And it's none of us. We don't take credit for any of the. God gets all the glory. we're just a team that decided to, hey, we're going to get out of here and work for the people. So I want to encourage everyone, do not become weary in doing good, because in the right season, at the right time, you're going to reap. It looks hard, it looks gloomy, it looks blurry right now, but the future, the horizon is on its way. And I'm going to kick it back off to you on that tip real quick.
You're absolutely right about that. And you got to make sure you're putting good things out in the universe, because karma, if you put good things out, you're going to get good. You put bad things out, you're going to get bad things. And so you want to make sure that we're doing that. And like you said, with some people just can't deal with positivity.
Oh no, they thrive off.
Can't deal with good things, and they're gonna do everything they can to bring you down. And so that's definitely I appreciate that. I needed that. I'm
gonna start doing it. I feel like what we need to sometimes you gotta switch up routines of what you've been doing and switch it up to let the enemy know that you have no power here. I don't care what it looks like, I don't care what you say, you're not going to win. And so that's my mantra for 2025.
Absolutely.
And I've been sharing good friends of mine to let them know that you ain't winning, say I ain't gonna let you, I'm not gonna give in to your tactics. I'm not.
That's it. And hey there to you, Miss Erica Robinson Jones down there in Byron, Mississippi.
Erica, we love your friend.
Erica, she'll give you some of that Rotel. She got a big old pot of it.
Erica, don't keep it in the group chat.
But yeah, that is it. I'm going to kind of start off with something we normally don't talk a lot about, which is what's going on the federal level. And so there's been a disaster in Washington, but today the House of Representatives, by a vote of 214 to 215, or either 215 to 216, I know it was like by one vote, they passed some harmful legislation, really? Which is going to pretty much cut Medicaid. This is going to be the biggest cut to Medicaid. So this is the biggest cut, cut to Medicaid since Medicaid has been around. And so that's going to be harmful. And when we talk about the things that are happening with cutting Medicaid, we're going to have people that are not going to have health care. We're going to have hospitals that are going to continue to close because they receive Medicaid funding. We're going to talk about community suffering, where we have hospitals that are the backbones of those communities. And so this has passed through the House of Representatives by a slim margin. And so it wasn't along partisan lines. Now it is currently over at the, it's on the way to the Senate. And we're hoping and we're praying that the senators will knock that down or either amend it and change it to stop with the Medicaid cuts, because we cannot afford a cut to Medicaid. Here in Mississippi, we are struggling with Medicaid here in Mississippi. That's been a constant struggle for us. But now the whole country is going to see kind of what we've been dealing with here in Mississippi in regard to Medicaid and not having enough money to take care of our people here. So we definitely want to say we're going to be praying for our country that things, get better, and that these senators will have enough of a conviction to not allow that to happen. So I said something. I stay away from federal stuff as much as I can, but with that, I just couldn't. I kind of started reading over the bill a little bit, but when on my way here, so we will be talking more about it, as time progresses, and hopefully I'll be able to report to y'all that the Senate was able to kill it.
Okay. Well, I do want to send special prayers out to former President Joe Biden. I'm definitely sending my prayers out to him. My heart is with him. I know firsthand of how it feels to be a caregiver for a cancer patient. And so definitely I'll send my heartfelt prayers out to the Biden family.
Absolutely. Remarkable man. He has spent his entire life in public service, serving his country. And I see how it is just serving one district. And so I can imagine how when he was a senator, he had, of course, the state and everything in the country that he was looking out for, and then being president. So my mind just can't even process and fathom how they're able to do it, because I see the challenges and the struggles just right here. And when you're on the national level, you got even more tech heads around you. So definitely we want to pray that, pray for healing, and we're going to speak it into existence. One thing about his, the type of cancer he has is hormone sensitive. So when hormone sensitive, when cancers are hormone sensitive, you have a better chance for treatments. It responds better to the treatments that you can give. So I'm happy about that part, but we're just going to pray that President Biden, he pulls on through, and oh, here we go. Miss Carol White said Fabian is part of the so-called big beautiful bill. Absolutely, Miss White. That's what they call it, the big beautiful bill. And I hadn't really read through it much, but I think I saw something about tax cuts for the top 10% and things of that sort. So I guess it's a beautiful bill for somebody, but it's not beautiful. Anytime you have a piece of legislation that's going to hurt anybody, it's not a good bill. It's not a good measure, and it's going to be something that needs some more work. Another thing I want to talk about is, and I sent you this clip last night. Oh, up in what area was it in? Was it Grenada area? I'm just gonna say around the north central Mississippi area, where they had storms a few months ago. The people up there are still without, because there has been no money sent from the federal government, from FEMA, to those people. And just to see them on the news last night, and they're saying, we're so disappointed at what's going on in Washington, and we're not getting any money. And when President Trump was running, he told us that he wouldn't forget about us, and and all of that. And so it hurts when you see people hurting. Just over in Arkansas, similar thing happened. Governor Huckabee declared, state of disaster with a FEMA disaster, and asked for FEMA funding. And they told in Washington that there was not enough damage done to her state, and so they denied her FEMA dollars. And so I'm hoping that doesn't happen here in Mississippi, because we desperately need it for our people here, because we don't have the money. Just to be honest, the state of Mississippi does not have the money, so we need those federal dollars.
I totally agree.
And I say federal dollars, a lot of that's ours because we pay federal taxes. So it's not like we just asking for something that belongs to somebody else.
Wow, that's sad.
That is.
Well, you all want to go head on in strong to what I was going to speak about. So let me get this party started. Make sure everybody can hear me. So my topic for tonight, one of my topics is I'll talk about the cleanup in Chapel Ridge Apartments. I got to hit it. When citizens cry out for help, it's not a matter of who pick up the trash, who pick up the grabber, who bring the bags. What the problem is, or what the main concern is, did the citizens get the assistance that they need? And I'm saying this because on social media, there have been a lot of posts about who did this and who did that. When you're really serving people, you don't worry about who get the praise. You worry about the end result. If I have successfully helped people who were in need, it's not about who gets the most recognition, because recognition, you can't take it to the bank and do anything with it. It's not going to pay one bill. How many times your name is applauded on Facebook? That does nothing for the people. It does nothing for yourself. But what I will say is, what's most beneficial is who came out to help. People may think that I'm being biased, or I'm not fairly distributing the praises. You can think or conclude whatever idea that you have. But I am going to continue to state, Mr. Hobson came out on last Thursday by the assistance of no one else but himself. An idea that he saw on the news. Well, it wasn't an idea. He saw it on the news. He came up with the idea and said, hey, I got to get up and go activate and do something about it. He in return got in his vehicle, came out there readily available to help. Let's give credit to where it's due. The people before him. That was Mr. Ward, because I saw it on the news by him. I saw Representative Nelson. I saw Brady Hightower. I saw Zach Service. I saw some other young people who I don't know their names, but I did see them out there. And they were out there for whatever reason doing
Councilman
whatever they
Hartley.
could. Councilman Hartley and some other groups. James Hopkins. I saw Mr. Brumfield posted on social media that he was present. Kudos to each of you.
Yeah, and I saw Mr. Broomfield. He was the first day. When I first went out.
Okay.
Mr. Broomfield, he was out there.
Thank him as well for being out. But you all on that Thursday, no one came out to physically, I mean, use your hand, feet, the activities of your limbs to come out and help Mr. Hobson clean up, other than himself and his team that he brought with him. And Representative Nelson was coming from an event. He got in his vehicle, changed clothes, and got out there and went to work. let me say this. There were some people that we reached out to that same day and said, hey, you all, Mr. Hobson has cleaned up as much as he could on today. Can you all pay the cost for him to go dump? I got a laundry list of reasons why, the fees could not be paid, this can't be done, that can't be done. I am a problem solver believer. Don't come to me with a problem unless you got a solution to go with. We can address everything that's going bad. But at the end of the day, let's talk about what are we going to do to fix the issue. Because after we finish ranting about what's bad, we still haven't rectified the issue. If you didn't come out to help Mr. Hobson, it doesn't diminish your shine, but it does say that you were not there during the phase of the physical manual labor that he had to do. You all picking up trash, for those of you all who don't participate in cleanups, for me as a female, it's a lot of work until when we've done them for 4 or 5 hours a day. When you get home, you are drained from the heat, from the consistent movement of your limbs.
Or the cold, because we got in the cold too.
Sure have.
It's cold outside.
The consistent movement, stopping, picking up this, got to dump this on. That's a lot.
Watch out for cars, because folks might run over you.
So there's a lot of logistics that people don't look into, but you are on the outside criticizing, but you don't know if you're not actually there participating. So I want to say this, you all, as a race of people, let's stop being jealous of one another because this one outshined this one, or this one got the most praise. Just say, hey, I thank everybody that was involved. Next time, if we have to do this again, you all, let's set up a date and time where we all can go out there together and collectively pick up. So all the responsibility won't lie on one person, or 1 or 2 people, or 1 to 5 people. If it can be 10 for the news media, let's put those same 10 to work when we come back out there to clean up. That's my first point I want to say.
You know what? Maybe we should, when the media comes out, like to, interview people, maybe I'll tell the media to stay out with the cameras, because let's have the cameras in, people might start working.
Oh, great idea.
Yeah, so keep the cameras rolling, they might get out there and work. Okay. That's what it takes to get work. I mean, we'll do whatever it takes.
Right. That's an idea I have not thought about. So that's an idea. So that was my first point I wanted to say. Then I want to do this. I want to give credit to Supervisor Evers for coming out there. I think it was Monday, Tuesday of this week. She came out there with a team Monday with Public Works, and they dumped and cleaned up. And I want to thank her for that, because again, that was not her district. That was not her area that she covers, but she did come out and provide the resources needed for those residents. So again, thank you, Supervisor Evers. I also want to pause a moment. People say I always brag on Fabian. It's not that. It's giving credit to where credit is due. And I don't want people to die, and then you get up at a funeral, you want to praise them. Praise them while they're alive and they can hear it and smell their flowers. So I want to commend you. You didn't have to go out there and do it. You received the call from Mr. Ward because he said he called everybody else. No one was actively responding to him at the time of crisis. And so you stopped what you were doing to come out and assist him. It's not your district, for one. You came out there and you worked again. You went back again. You called MDEQ. You called the health department along with Councilman Vernon Hartley to make certain that everything was being followed through. And I want to commend you for that, because you didn't have to do it. You could have said, I'm tired. I'm going home for the day. But you did. And so props have to be given where they are needed. Me, I didn't do one thing. Didn't pick up one piece of trash. Didn't have a grab in my hand. All thing I did was stood out there on my phone.
And fussed. If fan flies or fly them around.
Fan flies, and I kept telling them, y'all, let's go, because I can't deal with the speech. So I didn't do any work. So I'm not taking credit for anything, because I didn't get out there to do nothing. I didn't come to work. But one of Mr. Hobson guys said, you must come out to look pretty today, because I didn't come out there looking to do any work. I just came to survey the scene to see if what was really taking place was adding up to the pictures that I saw on Facebook.
The pictures did not do it justice.
It did. So again, special shout out to everyone that participated, but a major shout out to Mr. Hobson, because that man had to pay to dump the trash and the fees that were attached to that.
As well as pay people, his staff.
Right, his staff to assist him. Not only that, let us not forget, there wasn't a place in Jackson for him to dump it. So he had to take it to Madison County. So now he's driving an additional 30 miles to go, or not 30 miles per se, probably 10 to 30. I don't know the exact
10, 15. It's a good drive.
Good piece to go dump trash that was in the city of Jackson, but nobody feels as if he deserves any credit. I beg to differ with it.
Oh, I beg to differ as well too. And this is the first time he's been doing stuff, even before I was on the scene, because he was doing water giveaway. He's been doing several years. He's been actively involved in in our community,
He's
in our
done
city.
Jackson State's homecoming cleanup that we have downtown for years. And so him and his team come out in Jackson State. Y'all know how Jackson State, how we do a party all night. He comes when the setup time, it doesn't lead to the last person leaving because all the trash. Here, Lynch Street's Festival, he did that. That was recently done. So you got to give credit to where credit is due. And if you're not doing the work, don't expect people to give you applause other than saying, thanks for what you did do. But you have to put the credit in the right places. Now, let me move a step further to the city of Jackson. I attended the city council meeting this week. And there's so much I could say about it, but it'll take too long. So I'll just sum it up with this, paraphrase it with this. You all, if you are not actively civically engaged, you need to do that. It is valuable, it is important, it is necessary. The things that are taking place at our city council meeting, you won't be privy of if you're not engaged and knowing what's going on. Now, I went there to actually ask the city what were they going to do about Chapel Ridge. And in essence, too, I was going to mention Mr. Hobson, which I did, because I feel as if this man is qualified for a job. He's picking up trash, which myself, I'm going to be honest and transparent. That's not a job that I would do. I'm going to be honest. I'm not. Unless I had no other choice. But he takes pride and passion into what he does. We look at it as somebody just picking up trash, but he look at it as it's something that I'm cleaning up and I'm beautifying an area and I'm helping somebody. Saying that to say, this man started applying for jobs back in December 2024 with the city of Jackson. Here we are, May 22nd, 2025, and he is yet to secure a job. He has went to interviews where he was told he was disqualified. He did not meet the scoring rubrics. If I'm picking up trash every day, how is there a scoring rubric you're going to use to tell me that I need to score a certain amount when I'm seeing code enforcement officers right here in West Jackson riding around? They are at certain house residences and writing whatever, taking notations or reports or whatever they're supposed to be doing. However, these people are there doing something, but we're still having the same backlog of cases. It makes no sense that we have probably 20 to 30 positions that have been on the city of Jackson's website that has yet to be filled. But then you have people going, well, Mr. Hobson, because that's what I'm talking about. It's not people, it's him. Go to apply for a job and you still waiting to be contacted and you're saying, well, we're still interviewing candidates. The state of Jackson, it does not take 2, 3, 4 weeks, a month, 2 months to interview anybody. You shouldn't have to, and what pisses me off more so than anything, you have to be in the circle. If you're not in the circle or the loop or the clique, then you're not qualified. But yet again now, you have people out here accepting bribes and doing anything else that is illegal, but you're wanting that to glorify you and pacify all the things that you're doing to say that you're doing a good job, but you're doing an awful job. Here this man is out here using his own resources to help beautify our city. And you tell me he's not qualified for a code enforcement position. He's not applying to be the CFO for the city of Jackson. He's not applying to be the mayor of the city of Jackson. He's not applying to be the CAO of Jackson. All he asked was give me an opportunity to show that I can help. And you have, that's what, 6 months almost, December to now? Yeah, that's 6 months. And he has not landed or secured a job. That makes no sense. That is straight foolishness at its finest. And we wonder and ask ourselves why we can't move ahead. It's because we are crabs in a bucket. We hate to see somebody else thrive, so to keep them from flourishing past us, what we do, I keep my foot on his neck so he won't. But I'm here to serve the city of Jackson and Hinds County notice. You can continue with the same practices and we're going to forever be in the same state that we're currently in. That's why we're not advancing as a people. That's why we're not advancing as a city or a county, because we are a systematic approach with saying, I'm not going to help anybody else. You don't get praises. You don't get further in life by raining on somebody else's parade. What you do is you stunt your own growth. And so I want everyone that's out here listening and know and are aware. And I'm not saying this just because Mr. Hobson, there have probably been many other people that have been in this same predicament that we're unaware of. And I'll speak out for them. But it's time, you all, as residents of the city of Jackson, Hinds County, that we stop with the same behavior that we know that is wrong. It's not, I think it's wrong. It may be wrong. You know that it's wrong. And you are sitting there allowing people to do this. from the unprofessionalism when you call down to the city of Jackson. I have called down there so many times, the phone just ring, 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 ring. Then a voicemail finally pick up. Everywhere I have been employed, they say on the second, at the most, the third ring, that phone should be answered. It's no way Jackson State University will allow anybody to sit in the office all day without someone in that tower knowing that that phone in that department has rung and nobody responded. It's unprofessional. And this is not to minimize anybody. This is not to scrutinize anybody. But the truth is the facts. And we must stand on truth, whether it's our best friend or our worst enemy. We got to make it known, you all. So that was my little rant for this evening. I want to put that out there because I'm really, 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 really upset with the leadership in the city of Jackson, as well as the consistent emails that we've sent out. And nobody has responded to Mr. Hobson to say, hey.
I think we have a call coming in. We're going to let Henry
say, hey, we're going to give you an opportunity. It's insane.
And we got a call. Let's see.
Go.
Hey, caller, how you doing?
Hey, man, I just want to say one thing, man. That's why you so successful, because the young lady that you got with you, she's very right. She's very up on everything, and that's why you're so successful, and I applaud you for listening. And then you should have ran for mayor. I'm through with it. I'm finna hang up. I know you figure it out, but this young lady there, she's right. I'm gone.
Thank you so much, caller. I appreciate you. All right, that is it. Look at, she got a big Kool-Aid smile on her face, y'all.
Listen, you all, he is right. Fabian should have ran for mayor. I told him to run. I begged him to run. Begged him before time. I said, when it's time, 4 more years, I need you to put your name in the hat. I'm not going nowhere. I'm doing what God told me. And again, I want him to do exactly what God told him. But he has a passion for people.
District 66 is not going to let me go.
I believe it. And he's serious about the work that he does. And that's why we have a friendship that's so genuine and so real. We argue, we fuss, we cuss each other, we do all of it. But at the end of the day, the goal does not change. The goal is to serve these people because people are crying out for help and can't get it from anywhere.
And we talk about, so this is something I talk about all the time. The voter turnout is so low in Jackson. Mm-hmm. And it's low because people they've given up. Why should I go vote? I'm not going to go vote. Nothing is going to change. They don't have anybody that they can believe in because they don't see leadership. But we are going to change the tide. That's my commitment. We're going to change the way things are happening, the way business is being conducted, because people are not doing what they're supposed to be doing. You know, people are going to be put on notice that, hey, this should be happening, and it's not happening because we've been quiet for too long about these things that are going on around us. They just say, what happens at home, stay at home, or whatever that saying is. Mm-hmm. That's not true because it just continues to grow and festers. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to tell you, leaving home, coming here to this radio station today, every Thursday, I get depressed when I have to come down Highway 18 to Robinson Road and you see all of the closed down buildings. Mm-hmm. Popeyes. How in the world, out of all places, Popeyes with the big box special.
That's why my bag's so wide.
You should be all the time. But I'm saying at Popeyes, and what is it? Is it Arby's? Arby's. We know that those people were making money. They're closed because of something else. There's something else going on.
It's a city issue.
And our leaders need to be asking, why are y'all leaving? Why is this happening? All they do is when they close down, it's gone. Now, when they open up, they're going to build it with the suits on with us, doing a ribbon cutting. And the shovel and the scissors. But I need them to keep that same energy when businesses are leaving. When they leave, you go back over the ribbon and cut another ribbon and ask them why they're leaving the city. Because our people do not deserve that. How are we going to grow when we have businesses closing? We talk about economic development. How are we going to get it when we have the businesses closing and nobody knows why? Mm-hmm. And I've been asking people, what happened? Leaders can't even tell me why they closed. And I'm like, that's a problem. You need to have relationships with your people. Prime example, down in Byram, in Kroger, I know the owner of the whole complex, and I was telling you about that. I went to get my hair cut. A big old pothole in the middle of the parking lot. Was able to contact him, and guess what? It's fixed. I went back out there yesterday. He out there doing some more stuff. But I'm saying that to say that we good over there. Oh, I thought I heard something. But I'm saying that to say when you have relationships, you can pick up the phone and you can call that person. When you call that person, you can figure out what's going on. Mm-hmm. When you when you reach out to them. And I think, are we going? Oh, hold on, y'all, 1 second.
We on for an hour.
Okay.
And so yes,
I'm sorry, y'all. Somebody here at the station that's trying to run, don't know what they're doing, and we have an hour, not 30 minutes. So please, keep us back on here.
So
I'm tired of this.
yes, and so like you alluded to about the parking lot, there are issues that are taking place that people are not addressing, and people are allowing it to go on. So thank God you had a relationship to address that issue. That issue just didn't trickle on down the road. He didn't throw the can on down the road. He recognized, hey, an issue was brought to me. Let me address that issue.
That's it. And guess what? If something is going on, he can call me and say, hey, Nelson, so-and-so is a crime over here and my businesses are leaving. Can you help with that? Because we have a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas these other businesses, they don't have a relationship with their leaders. They're going to say, well, forget it. We just don't close up shop because there's no solution. But you should have relationships. All of my businesses in my district, I have relationships with them. And it's not to run their business or tell them how to do their business, but it's to let them know that we're working together on this.
Relationships matter and leadership matter, you all. And until we grasp those two concepts, we are going to forever fail. When you have a leader in place and that leader is allowing the people under him or her to say anything to people, to demean people in any manner, it's no possible way that your business or your entity can thrive. It can, because you have demonic spirits there, and that's all it's going to do is continue to decrease. So the best thing to do for this is when you encounter issues such as this is to address them. And when I say address them, I mean going straight to the problem, straight to the source, addressing the source and saying, hey, this is the problem for us. We need to address it. I'm going back to Mr. Hobson. I'm going back to the cleanups that Fabian and I and other people that have participated in. Previously, Mr. Iman Thompson and his wife, Brad Davis, Jonathan Contreras, all of us participated in cleanups. It's a collective effort. We got to participate.
Let me tell you.
And if you're not participating, then you can't actively be a product of anything.
So, Mr. Jones, can you please leave me alone? We have an hour. Do you need to call the station owner? We have an hour. And I'm tired of you walking around here. You call the station owner. Handy, put us back on. I'm sick and tired of this. This don't make any sense.
So, with that being said,
I'm sorry, Liz. This man running around, don't know what he's doing up, but he hipping, popping, and.
So anyway, you all, we're carrying on with the show. So, with that being said, you have to make certain that you're addressing the issues as necessary. And when you're addressing the issues, you do it in the right, respectful way. And so, with that being said, now, Mr. Jones, Miss Evers gave hold on one moment. Hold on. Oh, here, let me get it straight. Hold on. Keep your thing going.
All right. Yeah, you good, Handy. Y'all, hold on one second. We got some issues, some issues going on.
Okay, you all. So we're back. So what I was stating was, you all, we have to make certain that we are addressing issues, and whatever those issues look like I said, it reigns on leadership. Leadership rises and shines. Issues are handled based on the way leadership is. It rises and shines on leadership. If you don't have the right person in place, then that causes issues for other people. And so I'm saying that to say, like I said, I'm going back to the city of Jackson. I can't continue to stress the importance of it enough. The issues that we're having, they just didn't come about today. They just didn't come about last week. They just didn't come about a year or 4 years ago. But what I will say, the issues have came about because of the consistent kicking the can down the road. You all, I gotta go here. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna go here. In order to be a great leader, you gotta be a great follower. You can't be a leader if you don't know how to follow. And let me tell you, my mama taught me, if you didn't buy nothing, then you don't own anything. You can't come in somebody else's place and take over something that you ain't paid for, you ain't invested no time in. That just boiled down, it is what it is. I can't come to Wanda Evers radio station and take over like it's Brittany Bowman's house. I don't pay no property taxes here. I ain't putting not $1 up in 90.1. So I don't own it. Mr. Charles Evers owned this radio station, and then Wanda is now the new owner because her father pays. So you gotta put things in perspective. Same way with the city of Jackson. A mayor is elected. The citizens run the city of Jackson based on the leader that they choose. So if you choose trash or garbage in any entity, Mayor Lumumba have all the utmost respect for him. Love him as a person. I don't have anything negative to say about him as a person. But professionally, there are some things that he should have changed in his administration that would have trickled down to yield us the success that we needed in the city of Jackson. And that has not happened. And I'm not going to hush. I'm not going to silence on it because it must be said. I can even go this point. My uncle has been missing since 1997. And the Jackson Police Department has given my family the runaround on so many occasions. They don't know what happened. They don't have any proof that anything happened. He just miraculously come up missing, you all.
Tell a caller to call back. It was a caller calling.
Caller, whoever you were, please call back. I'm sorry, there was an issue with the actual radio services, but call back and you can state your concern, claim, whatever you want to do. Call back. You have the mic. But I want to say, I wanted to go back to that. And so that rises and shine on leadership, you all. And so if you all as people, we don't take an active stand against what's wrong and we keep normalizing what's wrong, then we are just as much of the issue as the people who we are saying are the problems. You got to call people out when they're wrong. I love Facebook. Just last week I called him out and say, Freeman, you weren't right about that. I'm sorry, I love you, but you handled it in the wrong manner. That's what love and friendship is, you all. That's what accountability is. We got to stop it. And so, City of Jackson, if you all don't give Mr. Hobson an opportunity, we're not bribing you, we're not begging you, but we are telling you it's not going away because this man has devoted too much time and energy to this city for him to be put on the back burner as if we are back in the 1940s and 50s and you got to move off the street because a white person is coming to let the black people through. No.
And we've had a lot of people that have just reached out and said the city needs to hire this man.
Correct.
I mean, it's all across the board. And
correct.
So we definitely want to,
and he's even went as far as emailing Congressman Thompson about it because he has definitely been treated unjustly, and they know that they have done that. You got people down there just telling somebody else they're not qualified, but it's between 8 and 5 business hours, and you got on some ripped jeans with a collar shirt. What business entity are you working for with a title behind your name as a deputy director? I want to know. And then I want to even go here. The lady that we're helping on Shannon Street. She's been asking for help. I've been calling the Department of Planning. They just went out there about 2 weeks ago to evaluate her home. You still haven't cited the homeowner, the person who owns the home. You have not done anything to help her live a situation. So what she had to do, we had to move her. Now she's in a hotel. She had an apartment, but because the city of Jackson went and rented and told her business to her homeowner, the homeowner called the new apartment complex where she was, had her evicted from there. Unprofessionalism, not being accountable because they should have been minding their own business. Their job was strictly help this young lady. It had nothing to do with her past or where she was staying or what she was doing. They had nothing to do with you were supposed to come out, evaluate the circumstance and find out how you can help her. But instead they did something totally contrary to what they said. And going back again to that very thing, that comes back to not having the right leadership. When you do professional development trainings and you speak, we got a call. Come on, caller, we ready.
All right. Hey, caller, you're on the air.
There is no call in the queue. Thank you.
Hey, caller. Hey, caller, you're on the air.
Hey, how y'all doing? I was just listening to the conversation. And I want to commend the lady on her passion for doing what's right, and righteousness is the key and the foundation by which we get things done. I think the Bible says it's a way, and it's just a way to do things. You can't do things any type of way, and that's what we've, have determined we're going to do in the city of Jackson, even from the leadership and administrative standpoint, that we're going to do things any way we want to do them, but you have to do things the right way. If you're having a hard time, you're doing the wrong thing or you're doing it the wrong way. So I always try to refer to scripture. Scripture said, good understanding give it table.
Ooh, come on.
Transgression is hard. So we have to contend that no matter who it is, everybody is for everybody. Like old folks said, it's for everybody. Nobody gets a pass. Nobody is it. No, we don't accept excuses. They like a-holes. Everybody got one. They all them stinks of mine. So we have to get real. And, and we got older people now that are tolerating a lot of foolishness. And we're going to have to stand our ground. And we know what's right. And nobody can contend that they passed 5 years old and don't know what's right. So let's maintain the course. We're praying for the new administration. I have confidence that Jackson is about to turn around. I was trying to encourage somebody, whether they know it or not, Jackson is about to be a boom town. And just hold on.
Amen.
And just maintain your position and keep doing what's right. Then don't let other folks go into their dysfunction.
Ooh, come on.
Other folks shake your carry.
Ooh, come on.
Thank you.
You
Have a
too.
blessed
You be
day.
blessed, sir.
And he definitely said a mouthful. You got to always make sure that you are doing the right thing, because when you out there, it's lonely when you're trying to do the right thing and other people don't want you to do the right thing. But you got to realize who it is we all answer to. And it's not our constituents. We answer to a higher calling.
I'm like my grandma tonight. My grandma said, I'm going to go to church on y'all. Got another verse I'm going to give y'all tonight. Because see, the devil playing for real tonight, but he ain't going to win.
He sure is.
He ain't going to win. I promise you ain't going to win. I got another verse I'm going to give y'all.
Okay, we got another caller. Hey, caller, you on the air?
Oh, good evening. Let me turn this down. I was just listening to you all when I was taking my grants from school. And I have gone down to Jackson, and I feel this young lady when she was talking. I could just feel her. If she was standing up, I think she'd be on her tiptoes. She is so right about Jackson. It hurt me to drive down through Jackson and look like a ghost town. Now, I'll tell you, I'm out here in North Jackson. I'm out here in the Sugarloaf area. And I'm working with the group out here in Sugarloaf. Jackson has gone a bit to the dog. They have skipped so many things that can help Jackson. And like she said, look, if you're my friend, I'll help you. If you're not my friend, I can't help you. We're fighting about these streets out here. We got a park out here that's absolutely horrible. What are you going to do for the children for them to play? Honey, whoever you are, I don't usually be on the radio this time of day. Usually I got my great-grandson taken care of, so that's most of what I'm up to. But you stay with it. Look like you need to be in Jackson leadership place with it.
I've been telling her that.
We need somebody to stand up. You got to stand up and be counted. If you see something, what he say something.
That's it.
And these people will not. We had a group come out here and clean these streets out here in Sugarloaf. I tell you where I am. They did a good job. And I'm going to tell you, down below my house now, they put another couch, the top and the bottom, and they got another dresser, and they got trash and stuff, and it's horrible. And it's the dark part of the street. And we've been asking and trying to get somebody to do something. It's right there where the pothole. I've called in on the pothole so many times. It's a shame. So, honey, whoever you are, I'm sorry to cut your name, but you need to be doing what you're trying to encourage somebody else to do.
Yes, ma'am. I'm going to call you after the show. I'm going to call you. I got your number. I'm going to call you after the show.
Yeah, all right then. Okay.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye.
So see, she told you put your money where your mouth is.
She got me two-toed, and I ain't mad.
But that's how I ended up in public office, because I got tired of begging folks to do something and they not do it.
Begging people to do their job when they get paid.
They'll smile in your face. Okay, yeah, we're going to do it. And then go behind your back and do the opposite.
Shout out to Zach Sir. Because he exposed the salaries of what the people making, and the people that's supposed to be doing the work ain't doing it, but you mad because somebody called your feet to the fire. Your feet should have been called to the fire because you're down there making 6 figures, or some of you are making way above a middle class level, but you can't get you to pick up one piece of paper. I have a problem with that. You can't pick up one phone call. Somebody lied the other day, told somebody that I didn't even call downtown. I said, let me pull up my call history, because last time I checked, AT&T had cut my phone off. I thought I paid my bill. And I sent them a screenshot showing them I just called down there. The person didn't answer.
And the money some of these folks making, if I had the job, I'd go rent a garbage truck and be out here cleaning up the street. As much money as they're making. And they're not doing the job. So
and when
the people need to know.
I do the job, don't have a credentials. I mean, you got to have a happy medium. If God has blessed you to make a $70,000-$80,000 job where you can sit behind a desk, the least you can do is be professional. The least you can do is return phone calls. The least you can do is go out and meet the citizens who are calling in about the different issues. That's the least you. That's minimum. That's bare minimum. But you all have feel as if that you have arrived. So the people owe you something. You don't owe the people. I hate to tell y'all this, but y'all got the game all the way wrong. You got it all twisted and messed up. The people don't owe you anything. You owe the people. You are a servant to the people. And some of you all got it twisted.
And so I want to go back a little bit to Chapel Hill Apartments.
Chapel Reed.
I'm sorry, Chapel Reed. I'm about the church chapel.
Yep,
Chapel.
you ready to go to church?
Ready to go. I'm gonna have to go when I get, because as soon as we get off the show, I'm gonna go. I was just pray for me. Just soon as 7 o'clock get here. As soon as 7 get here. But back to how we got to where we were. Let's just kind of break it down a bit. Because when we started digging and looking around with MDEQ, Health Department, we found out that there's a $724,000 delinquent water bill. Mm. So how did we get there? How is that allowed that this apartment complex can utilize almost $1 million worth of water without anything being said to them? Mm. The residents said they've been calling people for about 3 years on and off, making complaints about things that are going on out there.
Put a pin there. Vernon Harley said Tuesday at the council meeting that the outside lighting don't even work at the apartment complex. I wasn't even aware of that until he said at the council meeting Tuesday. Yeah, so it's no lighting out there. Oh wow, they're so dangerous.
And so what we have to start doing is, until we can start handling just the small stuff, we ain't gonna get anywhere. Because if y'all have been on about that water and the water had gotten turned off, that would have shed light on what was going on over there. Mm-hmm. And it wouldn't have gotten to where the water is almost $1 million, and then the waste management come and take the dumpsters because of a delinquent bill. So we got to start making sure that we have these small measures and buffers in place to figure out when it's a problem. We got a caller. Hey, caller, you on the air?
Hey, I was gonna tell you about Chapel Hill. I ain't gonna tell you where I work at, but anyway, you guys be careful when you go. Try to find your police officer, security go. There are homeless people that took over. They done took all the apartments.
They sure have.
It's ugly out there.
It sure is.
Be careful. Be careful when you go.
Thank you so much, caller.
The managers, they done quit. They done walked off the job.
Yeah, they done walked and left a note on the door saying don't pay rent. So nobody's paying rent over there now.
Yes, sir. So be careful.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Yeah, that's true. And there we saw several of units are wide open and people living in them.
Put a pin there. But Mr. Hobson should get praised. But he went out there Sunday for 5 hours. There was no police security. He just went out there himself.
By himself.
Mm-hmm. He didn't even take his team. He cleaned up by himself. Trailer full and had to take all of that back to Madison County. He couldn't dump it Sunday, and he had to wait until Monday to dump it. But he doesn't deserve a job. If somebody can't make that make sense, because the math is not math, and I need some guidance. If somebody can make it make sense or show me where I'm wrong, because I'm transparent, I'm honest, and I try to think more than one way, and I try to think outside the box. So maybe I'm not seeing the image clearly, but I'm not understanding. But carry on with you. I just had to input there.
And I'm like you. I'm the loss of words. I don't know. Am I missing something here?
Right. And then the statement was made, we just can't place him anywhere. You're begging for a job for him. No, I'm not begging. He applied. So he's rightfully should be interviewed for a job that he meet the qualifications. He has a bachelor's degree from Mississippi College. Tell me he don't meet the qualifications. But he's good enough to pick up trash, but he got a bachelor's degree from Mississippi College, but I'm good enough to pick up trash. The math ain't math, and it ain't making sense to me.
I want to know what the qualifications are. I'm curious about that.
Me too.
But what we do have to realize that there is a new administration coming in. We don't know who the administration is going to be. However, we're hoping and praying that the next administration has the right people in place. Definitely. Because you're only as good as the people that you have on your team. Correct. You can be the best mayor in the world, but if you don't have a solid foundation and people on your team that are doing what they're supposed to be doing, you are not going to be effective, because the mayor cannot do every single thing. That's why he has a team. Correct. And so I'm praying that this next administration has a team. If not, they're going to be hearing about it, because we're going to make sure that we're letting people know what's going on and why it's so important to get out there and vote. We gotta do something. It doesn't make any sense for the capital city to look and be in the condition that it's in right now. People laugh at us when they come here and they see capital city looking the way that it looks. And people just don't care. I don't know how you can be in leadership and not care. It don't make sense to me. None at all.
They don't care because they don't have a heart for it. They're there for favors and for a job. You scratch my back, I scratch your back. You hire my son, I hire your daughter. It's not about I like you enough to tell you, but this job here, you just don't meet the qualifications, friend. I know that you're a good person, but you don't have that particular work ethic, and that's okay. That doesn't minimize a person. But what that does say is, I have enough respect for myself not to bring my friend on board to cause them to be an embarrassment to me. That's what it says to me.
And not serve the people.
Correct.
Because people are suffering
All over the city.
Like the people out there were telling us, and at Chapel Ridge, I got it right there. At Chapel Ridge, they were saying, we want to move, but we just can't. Because one lady said she had paid her rent up with her income tax money. And she's like, I got to pay my rent up, so I can't go anywhere. So people are stuck there.
I went by yesterday. There was a resident there. He was out there cleaning up. I went by yesterday just to survey to see if, I need to contact Mr. Hobson and say, hey, we need to go back out there, or call Supervisor Evers. But hey, we went out there yesterday. The city of Jackson brought their one dumpster and placed it out there. And it was a young man out there with him. He had 3 small children. He was there picking up the trash, the litter, with a garbage bag and a grabber out of there. He said, ma'am, I stay out here. I just said the least I can do is come out here and clean it because you all have been so nice. Some people appreciate what people do for them. They just are at a bad state in life. And it comes because they have not had the right people around them to boost them and encourage them to move further in life. Then let them know this is not your final destination. You're just here at this moment. God has something greater for you. And so we got to get it together. And as Fabian said, we have a new administration coming in, and a caller called in and said Jackson's about to boom. I'm praying so. I'm looking on the horizon. But you all, the everyday, the popularity, the people who you hear calling in the radio station, I don't care how many radio ads or sermons or whatever you put on 90.1, if you are not real in what you do, none of it will last. And it's in the Bible. It says, well, only what you do for Christ will last. Only what you do right is going to last. You can keep thinking you fooling people. You are not fooling people. What you are doing is making a mockery of yourself. And people are eventually going to find you out and stop fooling with you because they found out the real you.
And no matter how you try to fool people, you can't fool God.
You can't fool them. You cannot.
You can't fool them. People
can't.
gotta realize that.
You can't.
And he has his hands over our city right now. And we have suffered enough.
We have.
Jackson is coming back. I'm going to keep telling people that people think I'm crazy, but Jackson's coming back.
It is.
We're even seeing now how citizens are getting concerned and getting involved. But this is our city, and we are going to take it back. And so, hey, whoever's out there, whoever will be in this new mayor's seat, get on board, or you're going to get rid of the train or just run right on over you. Because it's a new day in Jackson. It is definitely a new day, and we deserve better.
We do.
Jackson, I mean, just look at where we're located, economically, we're in a good spot. We could really thrive and prosper. Cost of living. I mean, so we have
so many advantages.
It's so many advantages, but we're taking our city back. We're taking our city back.
And to everyone that has been calling me, because I've been getting calls, text messages, messenger. People have been saying, I need you to run. I kept telling Fabian, I said, now is not the time. Now is not the time, because I enjoy helping people. What I'm doing, I never wanted to be a politician. It's never been a goal of mine because I don't consider myself to be a politician. But I've always loved serving others because that's the type of family I grew up in, where my family served others. We don't have much, never have. But I believe the little that I give to others, God is going to bless me. He multiplies the blessings if you only just do right. And listen, I'm no Christian. Well, I am a Christian, but I don't profess to have everything together. I don't do everything right, but I do believe in, if I serve God and give him my all, he ain't going to let me down. He ain't going to let me miss. I could be without a job. He going to send the right amount of people to bless me, to keep me afloat until I find my next profession in life. And I believe that I have not always had, but I've always had that thought process until life, the best teacher in life are experiences. Till I started experience, I became a single mother, had to grow up relatively quick because I didn't have that male support in my life. Now I know what my mom and my father was trying to teach me. Life is hard. It's unfair. People are mean and cruel out here. But you got to make certain that you have a God that you serve, which is up above, and surrounding yourself with people like Fabian, other people in our circle who are positive. Judge Kenny Lewis keeps me grinding. He going to send me a verse when I'm like, Judge, I'm about to go left. I promise you, I'm about to take it down.
Can you text him? Tell him he needs to pray for me?
Tell me. Brick, slide on back over. That's the devil. You trying to let him win. Don't give in. And I say, you better get it. Because I'm telling you, I can go to 0 to 1 million real quick. And my pastor always say, in each of us, there's two of us. He say, on the right day, you can catch the wrong one of us if you push the wrong button. Because people do that because they have triggers. Let me say this, and we're going to get off tonight. Most people who are attacking us, they're uncertain of their own sin. They don't even know what their true identity is. They don't even know where they want to be in life. They're so unhappy and miserable. The only thing they have is the little control and power that they have, so they want to use that to the max. Ain't nothing going on at home, and don't nobody really care for them. And I jokingly say this to Fabian. A lot of people are malnourished for attention. They didn't get it as a child. And it has speared over to adulthood. Nobody told them they loved them. You know, when you were young and you get on your bike and you pedal, you say, look, mama, I'm riding my bike with no hands. Look.
Maybe we get some bikes.
Right. Nobody told you, good job. So now you're grown and you want somebody to praise you. No, the word doesn't owe you. You didn't get that nurturing as a child. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to get in you a relationship or get you a good group of friends or family to give you what you're missing. But you can't.
And a good therapist. Deal with it. Work the issues out.
What we say? Going to get on the couch today.
Yes, sir. Go get on the couch.
I'm going faithfully to see my therapist every Tuesday because I know that I have some issues that I'm struggling with and I can't work it out. But God has given me professional help. I need to go seek it.
Yes, sir. Miss Mary Brawley said also Jackson is the capital city and it should be a booming town.
I totally agree. We don't even have a theme park. In most capital cities, you go, they have a theme park.
We don't even have a movie theater.
We sure don't.
Well, I guess you can count the one in Thunder, but it's a boutique theater in the sense. But we don't have a real movie theater here.
Mm-hmm.
We have nothing for kids to do here.
We have a real mall.
No, we don't have a real mall. So no, we don't have a mall at all. So, I mean, these are things that we got to start. You know, we got to start.
We got to start somewhere. And the right thing to do is electing the correct leadership, we got to get it right. We can't keep missing the needle. And if you all want to join in with our petition that we're doing for Mr. Hobson, definitely call me 601-910-5300. If you call me with any foolishness, Sheriff Tyree Jones will be happy to place you at Jones Inn and Lounge or Jones Resort, wherever you want to go.
We got plenty of vacancies.
Yeah, don't call me with any foolishness. This is serious business. We're going to help him get to the next level with his business because he has passionately given to Jackson. Again, thank you all for listening to the Reliable Representation Talk Show. And we will see you next Thursday, promptly at the same time at 6 p.m. Tune in to Fabian and I. And if you want to help us with any future cleanups or any other sponsorships that we do for our community, because we work, and it's called our Jackson Initiative, 601-910-5300. Thank you so much for listening.
Y'all take care. You can take us out, Handy. Thank you. Y'all have a good evening.